I fucks with you, I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, I fucks with you. Just know that. Let's get it. Block Legend 7. Put some respect on my name. Talk to me nice.
All right. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You are seeing Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 14. Grateful is not the word, it's not strong enough, but of course, this is brought to you by Block Legend 7. Homie, the brother. So with 14, man, absolutely grateful to be in this position. I started off low, and I'm just steady rising. With that, that got me to thinking. You know, you always want to try to, I don't want to say top your last show, but you want to, I personally always want to keep it interesting. I'll say that. So with that, I decided for episode 14 to do a talk to Fleezy. But let me tell you the details of that. It's really, Fleezy's gonna talk to you. I get a lot of love here, right? I've been, you expect good and bad with anything that you do in life. But I've been getting a lot of love since I started the show and since I started getting heavy back into social media. And in that love, a lot of people, they say, I'm easy to talk to. They're willing to share their stories with me. And they say I have this, this great energy, great vibe, great spirit. And I'm grateful for that. I try to be that person that they see and that they say. But I also started thinking that, I'm the type of person that when I started this show, I just was amazed with people's stories, and I wanted to know the man or woman behind the talent, whether it was poetry, whether it was rap, singing, whatever you did, man. Like, if I caught something, I just wanted to see what got that person to where they are. So with that, I decided to make this episode where I share that with you guys. How I became the person that I am right now. Something dear to me, and forgive me, guys, those who really know me know I could tend to ramble, but if you just stick with me, believe me, I will double back and I will get to that point. So definitely bear with me. But one of the major things of who I am that speaks about Fleezy is I am a heavy believer in mental awareness. So with that, I'll start sharing. A lot of people, man, they say, I show a lot of love, man. You're interesting. You pay attention. You're good to talk to. The reason I'm like that, I didn't necessarily get that when I was younger. So let's, like I say, rambling, but to go back, mental awareness. Fleezy is the way he is because Fleezy really doesn't want people to feel like I feel. With that said, if you didn't know, I'm telling you now, I am a manic depressive. I was diagnosed with that back in maybe 2016, 2017. I don't take medicine unless you consider Mary Jane medicine, but come on now. But yes, I am a manic depressive. Going back to why I'm the type of person people want to talk to, I've always wanted that. When I was younger, I was a kid that had a huge imagination, and I have a pretty big family. Although I am my mother's only child, I do have brothers and sisters on the father's side. One I've met, some I haven't. But I always had an imagination, so I lived in my brain, right? And when I decided to share with people when I was younger, that's where you got a lot of rejection. Some would call it bullying, things like that, because I've always been a big guy. So some would say it was bullying. I really think it's just people not understanding their differences. But anyway, when I shared, people would push back, make you feel a certain way, right? So I always wanted to be somebody that would listen to somebody, because people wouldn't necessarily listen to me. So let's fast forward into that. Let's talk about music. So now I'm looking for things to express myself with. As I said at the Ask Fleezy show, I started with love poetry. Hey, listen, man, like my brother Big Block, of course, Block Legend 7, he know, I'm like a Casanova. I love the ladies. So I've always been a flirtatious type of dude. So I used to try to get ladies by writing poetry. And that's how I learned the art of rhyming. What's going on, brother? What's happening, Drew, in the building? Shouts out to everybody coming in and listening to me, man. For those just coming in, man, welcome again to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 14, brought to you by Block Legend 7. And today, man, I'm actually just letting people know about me, man, because Drew, actually, you were one of the peoples that kind of inspired this, of speaking of my energy and the spirit that I have. So I decided to take this hour to share how I got there. So that's what I was saying, and I was just speaking in depth about how I got into music. I started with the love poetry thing. I used to try to get, ladies off of doing poetry and stuff like that. Again, dealt with a lot of rejection. Always been a big guy. So you kind of learn to have a thick skin early, because if you don't, you'll get caught in a dark place. So anyway, poetry goes into rap. In the midst of all that, again, what was the reaction? What do you mean with the do you mean the rejection from the ladies? Dude, it was bad. When I say rejection, I give you an example. I am a guy, and like I say, just so you know where I'm going with this guy, I'm explaining why I am the type of person that likes to hear people's stories, really listen to what they're saying, and, make them feel comfortable. But let me give you an example of what type of reaction they were giving. Dude, for Valentine's Day, I begged my mother to buy a shitload of candy, right? I'm talking about for everybody that was on the floor in my grade at the time. I believe it was 5th or 6th grade. Don't quote me, but it was between the two. Dude, I get all of this candy. Got this poem, say this little poem, do my thing. Do you know, for the whole lunchtime, the ladies just sat there and threw the candy at me. Whole time, do you know how difficult that was to sit through that and not bawl? And again, understand, people, this is not meant to be sad. This is all a happy ending to it, because this is only speaking of the development of me, right? And why I'm such a passionate guy, and why I love to hear people's stories, right? So yeah, in answer to that question, brother, it was rejection. I dealt with a lot of rejection, which made me always never want to let a person feel how I felt. You know, I was the type of person that would feel alone in a room full of people. That fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, coming from a certain background, family members, totally street, if I'm being honest. So there were certain things that you couldn't show. And I just wouldn't show because I didn't want to get judged about it. So fast forward now. Now we're into the teens. Now you know I'm sick of the bullying and things like that. And now I'm fighting back. Always going to a fear. Absolutely, sir. You can't avoid it. I don't think people get that. Like that, it's there. If you don't, you should be scared of everything. So there's nothing you shouldn't go forward towards. But anyway, once I got older, you know, that's where I would say the tough guy came out. Now I'm not taking nobody's shit. You know, I'm not going, you know, you ain't going to just do me any type of way. What's up, Double M? Appreciate you coming in, love. Appreciate you. I actually get to respond to y'all today. That's good. You know, and to those who don't know, man, when I'm doing the interview, I am not ignoring you. I'm that tunnel vision guy. I literally just see the person I'm talking to. So please, if you ever take that to heart, don't, because that's not what I'm on. I'm just trying to be on my Barbara Walters with it, with the report, and make sure I'm laser focused on that. But anyway, man, with the tough guy and the jokes came together. So that's where I became like a funny guy. Hold on, Drew. What did that energy that comes from standing up from yourself? What did that? What did that feel like? Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's even better. Yeah, y'all do that. Y'all poke out. Because we talking about mental awareness. I can ask that. Matter of fact, that's how we'll do that. Y'all ask me whatever. And if it ain't too deep, I'm going to let y'all into it. Why I'm the reason I am. So, Drew, like, what did it feel like? Dude, it was the equivalent of if I'm being honest, it was the equivalent of probably having 100 paper cuts. You know a paper cut like, and there ain't nothing you could do about that pain. You just got to deal with it. And that's just me thinking that on the spot. That's kind of what that feel like. Like, when could you fire back? As far as the females go, I never did. By the time I got to high school, that's when it wasn't more of a fire back. It was more like I'm not taking that shit. So sometimes it became the Mr. Unnecessary man. Like, you couldn't look at me a certain way. I felt some type of way, and I was always trying to defend, honestly, what I didn't defend back then, because I just went numb. I just went cold. But again, the reason y'all got this, Fleezy, now in my mind, I never wanted anybody to feel like I felt. So when I do these interviews and I'm really listening, yeah, you feel that spirit, because that's what I'm on, because I want to give what I wasn't given. I wanted to be heard back then. So that's why I do what I do, man. And going into the tough guy and the funny guy, I use jokes. You know, I joked all the time when I really think about it. I've always been class clown, whatever you know they call that. But for real, that was more of a defense mechanism too, Drew, if I'm being honest. Comedy. I figured after a while, you can't make me feel a certain way if I get to you before you get to me. You know what I mean? Honestly, what could you say to me other than a fat joke? Shit, I got over that by 7th grade. It's like, yeah, I'm fat, and when I leave this motherfucker, I'm finna go get some more motherfucking food. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely that. But from there, and again, guys, I'll forget my promo, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Welcome to Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 14, brought to you by I didn't even center that shit right. Block Legend 7. It's the homie, the brother. Tears of a Clown. Let my brother know. I always said if I ever wrote a book, that's what I would name it, because I understand that song. Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson. If you don't know it, go check it out. I know what that means. I know what that means. That I would, if I ever wrote a book, it would be that, Tears of a Clown. But anyway, man, fast forwarding into that. Hold on, Liquid Lizard got something. What was that one moment that defined your commitment to change your life? That just happened recently. Actually, I gotta call some people out. That's gotta be Kelvin, Nikki, Adrian, Block. I got an injury in 2016. I believe I was, because they never fully diagnosed it. I believe I was bit by a brown recluse spider that got me the infection cellulitis. This infection caused 5 holes in my leg, making me officially disabled. I was in the Quad Cities at the time, out in Davenport, Iowa. My brother Kelvin was one of those supports, because around that time, and they can vouch for that, around that time, to say I was in a dark hole would be an understatement. the candle was on its way out. I had a real good support system. And I've always had the circle that I've had and have always seen things in me that I can't. Excuse me if I get choked up. I don't give a fuck about that, because I told my homegirl today that I was going to air that shit out, because there's a real reason why I'm the way I am. I love you too, Nikki. Bro, living with physical. Yeah, it's no joke. Listen, my brother, man, listen. At the time, the lady he had, he would have to come. My leg was so bogus, brother. And being a bigger guy, my leg was so bogus. My brother, he couldn't see it. To this day, that man only knows what my leg looks like through other people, other than the time he might have caught it when he didn't want to. That's how bad that shit was. His lady at the time would come and help me clean the wounds, dude. Man, it was so bad. My mom had to come up to Iowa, because I'm so thrown mentally on, what's going on. She like, wait a minute, y'all doing this y'all self? And I'm like, yeah, they saying I'm supposed to clean it. Woo up the band. Nah, man, I had a mama card pool. I'm grown ass man, it's real when your mom's got to come up and fix some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it was real bad. And I'm going to get to your answer, brother. This is 2016. That was a 2-year process. We didn't heal that into 2018. Once the 5 wounds healed, I tried to work again. And I worked for a minute, you know what I mean? Things going good. I was building my money up. I had a side thing going at the same time. Money was looking good. Vehicle, place, man, everything was good. I cannot tell you what happened, but the infection came back. And I lost my job. So I'm like, okay, whatever, right? We get the infection out again. This is the support of my brother, this support of my homegirl Nikki, who wasn't even in town, but this is through FaceTime, support, because I was gone. I was gone, man. I was like, listen, I'm not the type that would take his own life. But you know how some people who are religious, they wake up and they say, thank you, God, you know what I mean, for another day. Thank you. I woke up like, yo, why are you waking me up? You know I can't take my own life. I that hurt too many people. Why are you, brother, I'm suffering. Being big and having that infection, brother, I would make a blood and pus trail just to get to the bathroom. You give a fuck about life. You give a fuck talent, happiness. What the fuck is that? What's happy? Again, great support system. So the infection came back. We get rid of that infection. Back going. I get this good job. I'm call center with it. Man, got this great job, got this new house, doing good. Everything was good. The infection didn't come back. Lymphedema. If anybody knows what lymphedema is, you get disfigured. They're basically your blood vessels, right? So usually, a person that has lymphedema, they might have like a elephant trunk type of fucking leg, right? An elephant leg. Mine's is completely nerve damage. My lymphatic nerves are shot. What does that mean, Fleezy? That means some days, Mr. Lefty here either wants to walk because he's pumped enough blood. Some days he don't. Again, my sister and my brothers, both Block and Kelvin and Nikki can tell you, or all three can tell you, there are days they FaceTime me, call me, I'm in the bed. It's a normal thing. It's not even a lazy thing. It's a just can't walk. But that's another story. Again, welcome to Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones. Bear with me, folks, because like I say, I'm airing some shit out that I keep in. You notice even my brothers, they've been kind of quiet because I know this is heavy for your boy. But anyway, this is brought to you by Block Legend 7. Man, if you ain't got this sanitizer yet, you tripping, man. Hit the DM, man. But yeah, so I'm answering my brother Liquid Lizard's question, man, and it's taking me a minute. He was asking what made that change for me to kind of, make that complete life change. So anyway, man, when I found out I had lymphatic nerve damage, from that I realized that both of my knees were shot. Left knee, arthritis, I think that's it. Little to no cartilage, and I'm bone on bone in my left now. So again, that made me officially disabled. It's a shot. You can forget it. Work world, forget about it. So I was dead inside. When that happened, domino effect happened. Lost the job, lost the house, lost my truck. My brother Kelvin, and at the time, my cousin Adrian, man, he was busy. He couldn't, you know what I mean? That man saved my life as well as far as financial. He kept me afloat as long as he could. I was so fucked up. My brother had to single-handedly, well, him and my nephew had to single-handedly move me back to my mother's house. When I say lost everything. I had linked back up with Block around that time. Block had to come and help my brother, and he brung ING with him to help me move in because I was that fucked up. Where And of course, you know, that when I think about it, that was kind of hard, not just for me, but even for my people to see. Like, just mentioning Block, we had just linked up, man, just over the phone, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, I ain't talked to my bro in a minute. We linking up, we talking, and then he get to see me. And you know, even IG shots out, man. You know, IG ain't really know what he was seeing, but I know Block did. And I know that was a lot. And like I said, I couldn't move. I couldn't grab a bag. You know what I'm saying? I had to use a cane, use my mama walker. And again, like I said, if I get choked up, man, fuck that shit. I don't care, because I really want motherfuckers to know why I'm passionate and why I do what I do. I don't want motherfuckers to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some that's some different type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some different type of shit. Some people deal with physical struggles. Block and like ING, they are the warriors, right? They would be like the soldiers, and I'd be the dude, you know, in the lab on the computer. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is my struggle is different. You know, although I've been around all that, all that, I've been different. I've had to, you know, process a lot up here. You know what I mean? Because if I dealt with reality at that time, I don't know what I would have did. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I have materials to protect myself. And remember, earlier I said I would used to tell God, like, yo, why you waking me up? You know I can't do it. But then it got to a point I wasn't so sure. You know, I wasn't so sure. So anyway, again, I'm going to answer that. When I finally moved back and my brother Block got to see what it was, and again, Nikki and Kelvin, Adrian, man, they did everything they could, but yo, people sometimes don't have that oomph that they need to get to you, although they hold you, you hold them dear. It's just something and they know it. They know it's something like, man, I can't get to him. I know he know this, but I can't get to him. Block was able to break through that. He didn't force it, but he forced it. Instead of challenging me and saying he was challenging me, he would do little things. Run with me here. Man, you still writing? Man, read this. Man, you got Instagram? You got Facebook? And before I knew it, then yo, you need to be heard. By then, all the information that the Kelvins, Adrians, the Nickies come, it's settled. And I broke out of that shit. I started working. And I ain't looked back since. And I can't say I made that breakthrough yet, but I'm in the transition of that. If that answers that, Lizard. Have you ever been able to forgive the people that weren't there when they could have been? No. But I'm learning to. I'm not mad anymore. Hurt? Yeah. That's a hurt you don't get over. But I'm I'm not upset to that point. Do sometimes I think certain things and, you know, hope certain things. I'm human, absolutely. Do I act on them? No, I don't. Nah, bruh, listen, do that, because like I say today, listen, man, I am blessed beyond fortune. Brother, there are some people that will be in my position and just crawl, you know, curl in the corner. I'm not doing that. This needs to be done, brother. This is what I started before you came in saying mental awareness. I say I'm a strong believer of that. And I'm just sharing with my people, you know, why I'm the way I am. That's bring them, man. That's what I'm letting that shit out today, because things are going great. I got a video on the way. I I got a show that's at episode 14. You guys didn't even know me, and now you look forward to seeing me every Wednesday. Brother, I'm still up here. I ain't landed yet. I'm still up there. I'm still up there. I don't think I ever will land because I don't want to, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. What's up, Miss Alicia? I appreciate you being here. Whatever. Damn right, Nikki. 2 singles out. What advice would you give to someone in a similar situation? I don't care. I don't care if everybody in the world tells you no. If you think yes, run that shit. Run it. Because listen, if I didn't, that's right. Coming soon, brother. I'm working on that. Yo, if I didn't have ING and Block Legend 7, Kelvin, Nikki, like I say, my people, my circle, that shit would be dead. It would be dead. So if you say yes, and like I say, mind you, this is my people knowing, they know I want this. I'm a natural. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but beep. You know what I'm saying? I'm a natural at it. And I'm starting to see that now. So if you feel that shit, and listen, this is a brother at 40. April 19th, I'll be 41. 41. Ain't never fucking too late. The fuck? I've opened up for Twister, Jadakiss, Juvenile, been at Juvenile's after party in Miami. It ain't never too late, man. It's all about that time, man. Don't fucking stop. That's my answer, Drew. I'm gonna get back to what you say here. Have you been able to forgive yourself? Shit, I ain't gotta forgive myself when I ain't did nothing, brother. I hope that answered that. Forgive myself for what? Being solid? And no offense taken, this is just an aggressive answer. No offense taken to that, because there's no, gloves off. Do what you do. Ask what you ask. If I answer, I answer. If I don't, I don't. But yo, no, I ain't forgiving myself for shit. Except for one thing. And not even that. I'm not even forgiving myself for not knowing I was that motherfucker. I let people put their negativity on me. And all I wanted was to show love. Miss Alicia's in the building. She know how it is. She's worked with me. I want to see people smile, bruh. Because I know what it's like to be in that dark corner feeling like, I don't give a fuck if I wake up or not. I don't care. I just knew I couldn't do it because, man, who gonna make that call to my OG? Who gonna call Block? Oh, don't let you. If I was in the Quad City, 9 times out of 10 it'd been Kelvin that found me. Matter of fact, my bruh said, had, I not finally got on my health shit, which there was times that I fucked around and didn't do what I was supposed to. Man, my brother told me straight up, he said, man, I'd have found you in that bitch dead. Fucked me up. But he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Again, I forget my promos, yo. Block gonna clothesline me. Thank you for coming in to the Logic Lounge with Fleezy Jones, episode 14, brought to you by who? What? You already know, Block Legend 7, man. But yeah, man, I'm just airing it out. Bring it, man. That's where, that's, a lot of things are just still in motion. I don't know what's next. But I can honestly say now, it don't matter what's next because it's all for the good. Listen, you got to be a special type of person, right? For people to see you a certain way and don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I ought to be doing something right. I'm not saying I don't have no, you know what I mean? Listen, hey, you see what my bruh say? He had to tell me. That's why I say shouts out to Block every time, man. He was the one to break that door. Man, my peoples tried it. And I'm not gonna say they didn't. They still do, man. I got a fucking awesome team. I got an awesome team. And it's just saying, like I say anyway, so much is going on, man. No, I don't think I have to forgive myself for anything. I'm trying to learn to forgive those who have wronged me and learn to keep forward. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a person that could wear masks every day. I'm good at it. You don't know what's going on. This you seeing right now is because I decided to do it. I just decided to do it because all the love I'm getting, they like, man, you got this good energy. Man, I said, I felt like it was time. Listen, I didn't even tell Block what I was really doing. But he rocked with me. I'm like, look, man, I'm about to air some shit out. Because I want people to see, man, I'm that dude y'all say I am. Because, man, I don't want motherfuckers to feel like that. That's a horrible feeling. Again, going back to who I am to my team, like ING and Block, they are the soldiers, right? Do you know that I'm the one that has to tell them sometimes, yo, man, listen, some people think like this, and they hear me, you know what I mean? Because I got that respect from them, and they fuck with me like that to where they hear that. They hear that. You know what I mean? They can hear that, and they know it's an understanding because, man, I live that shit every day. What is it you hope to inspire in others? What I hope to inspire in others is, man, if you're going to pull that trigger, pull it outwards. Don't pull it to yourself. Again, don't fucking stop. Don't stop. Because the moment you stop, it's dead. It's dead. It's over with. You talking to a person who candle was almost burnt out. And now I'm doing video shoots helping the youth. They asking me, hey, what you think, OG? What? How can I stop? No. And believe me, I'm pulling the trigger, but it's this way. It ain't here no more. It ain't here no more. Because I'm not the one that needs to go. I'm not the one that needs to go. Y'all got me in this bitch feeling like church tonight. Yes, sir. Just adding to the flame. Just adding to the flame. And like I say, it's a struggle every day, man. You know, I'm the cat that no, I didn't have the father like that. Pops left when I was 6. You know, I'm my mother's only. And I've been through some shit. Where you come from, the inner city type shit, can't be weak out there, man. I used to get my lunch money taken every day, man, and go home and tell my mama I ate lunch, and I was lying. What I'm going to tell her that for? Just, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Miss Alicia. Appreciate you. Hope you and Mason are peaceful, man. Yeah, man, it's just, I felt the need to really share that, man. I am who I am because I'm learning who I am, and I want others to feel that love. When I pick my interviews, listen, I don't look at numbers. I don't look at certain shit, how many likes you got. I don't give a fuck about that. This is how you know I'm coming to you 100%. I don't even talk like this on my interviews. But I don't care about none of that. When I do it, I feel like you got a story that needs to be told. Man, Skrilla, my cousin. That's who I'm talking about. He know. He one tried to save me. I damn near lost 180 pounds with that man. Had he given up on me, ain't no telling where I would have been. Even when I fucked up, that man ain't give up on me, man. That's what kept me here. That's what kept me here. And now I had, I think, 400 followers before I got back on it. I'm at 13K. I can't stop. What do you recall as your worst experience in your childhood as far as intimidating or scaring you into realizing how hard you would have to be? I realized that around 5th grade when I noticed people didn't fight me one-on-one because I was a big guy. Going back to when my lunch money got took, is these two guys that used to jump me all the time. Took me to be, to get older to realize that they was doing that because I was a big dude. But I was a big dude that was scared. I let them put the fear of God in me. And it's funny about that, man, to elaborate on that, it's funny how when you're scared, you know what I mean, that'll shut you down and all type of shit come your way. But the moment that you show you not afraid, and I will clothesline this, listen, I don't have nothing but brute force. You can have that speed all you want, man. You better knock me out. The moment I stopped being afraid, the trouble stopped. Not regular trouble, because life is that. You're going to deal with trouble all the time. But as far as people running up, talking crazy, it stopped once my fear left. And I mean, I was afraid. I was afraid. Again, why I'm the way I am now, I don't want people to feel like that. I don't want people to feel like, you know, nobody wants to hear what they say. Man, everybody got a story to tell. Everybody. Except, you know, even down to the dirty motherfuckers, man, we just ain't trying to hear their story. But that's real. That's real, man. I good support, man. The team is important. Team is so important. We all, I don't care what color you are, we all have to deal with bullshit on a daily basis. You know what I mean? We all have to watch people that we work with, go to school with, anything. So when you in your circle, man, you don't need to feel like that. And I'm fortunate that the circle I have, man, is solid. I'm talking about, man, cyber brick solid, Teflon solid. You know what I mean? If you could go back to a younger Fleezy to tell him one thing, what would it be? On some real shit? Listen. Damn, I don't know if I could just tell his ass one thing. I got you. You just made me think on some poetic shit. I tell him it's okay to be him. Hey, I'm from the future. Do that shit. Read that comic. It's okay to like Captain motherfucking America. It's okay to like Spider-Man. It ain't gotta be about guns and shit. You was okay. Hey, but that motherfucker that keep taking your bread, handle him. Cause guess what? He weak as fuck. He ain't really that. You on the right side because you're not on that. You're not on. I ain't in here. Hey, wrestler. Skrill. Hey, I'm always being wrestler. Oh, wait. Skrill ain't seen him. Look, he gonna talk shit, y'all. You ain't even seen that. Still a fan. I'm gonna take my cousin to WrestleMania one day. He probably ain't gonna go, but we gonna lie and tell him it's the All-Star Weekend game or some shit like that. But yeah, man, I tell him that. I tell him that. Because it's real, man. Like I say, man, Block tell me all the time that, you know, the way that I am, it's okay to be that. Passionate dude, care about people, just don't be no sucker. You know what I'm saying? Skrill told me that. Kelvin told me that. Hey, don't even get, listen, for those who don't know, I get most of my game from Nikki. I got a good team. Nigga, tell me in a minute, nigga, what you doing? You finna do what with Shorty? All right, then, let me see how that turned out. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Skrill on the same thing. Skrill know I'm a carnivore. Skrill done told me a couple times, man, don't you feast on that bitch. I can't feast on that bitch. No. All right, man, I mean, can we agree that she looked delicious? Yes, but no. No. Now go get you some motherfucking Simply Lemonade. He knew that was my shit. If you could battle / collab with any one artist, dead or alive, who would it be? Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls. And battle? Hell no, I ain't battling Biggie Smalls. But I would love to work with him. But right now, you know what I mean? Yo, raw. It's raw. I always wanted to say that shit when you came in the room. Food poison. Listen, they are delicacies. But Cuzzo was just telling me some delicacies, the expiration date ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That expiration date ain't right. So you can't be out here fucking with the expired product. But yeah, Biggie Smalls all day. Biggie Smalls, Big Pun to be another one. Shot Nikki threw up. She already know. She know I'm crazy as hell, but I love her to death. I love her to death because they keep me on my toes. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's what keeps me going. I get to be me. And like I say, I come to the IG streets and I'm getting all this love from people who don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? And it's genuine love for what it's worth. You know, we on the IG streets. So, you know, I'm definitely grateful for that. And it keeps me going, man, even in the turmoil, even with a fucked up position. You know what I'm saying? I got a team that's gonna make sure, man, like just to show you what it is, man, we just did a video shoot. Man, listen, Block and IG gonna make sure I'm straight. They know I'm fucked up. Hey, they gonna what team you know gonna make sure they morbid obese homie is straight? Let's keep it a buck. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck, man. Let's keep it a buck. They gonna make sure, hey, Fleezy sit in this joint, you know what I mean? Like that keeps me going. That keeps me going. If you had the ability to cure one hardship sickness, what would it be? My lymphatic nerves, brother. My lymphatic nerves, because everything else I could control, like I say, with my brother Kelvin, with my cousin Skrill. I know what to do to get back to where I should be, or to get to where I should be, but the leg situation is something that they don't know how to fix. You know what I mean? Like we're currently trying to get braces that help with the circulation because they put me on a air compression machine that I call MC Hammer Pants, but when it's pressing on my leg, you know, cellulitis is something that's chronic. Once you get it, it can come back at any time. So for some reason, in the midst of that treatment, it irritates that leg, and then that cellulitis infection could come back. So what we're trying to figure out is how to dull one of those double-edged swords, because the stuff that would help me with one is fucking with the other. So if I could do anything to stop that lymphatic nerve damage, I could handle the rest. I could handle the rest. It's just that. Consistency, how important is it? It's detrimental. Absolutely detrimental. If you don't, and it works in all ways. If you trying to hurt yourself, then keep doing that fucked up shit. And watch, you gonna get what you looking for. And if you trying to better yourself, keep doing that shit, and you gonna get what you looking for. Detrimental. Detrimental. Absolutely super important. And it's also super important to support, man. Be consistent in that, man. Stop with the selfish shit, people. You know what I'm saying? For whoever that may be. Don't ask questions on why I'm motherfucking acting different type of shit when, man, people move in how you move. Not everything takes words. We can see with our eyes, man. So, man, if you're going to be consistent in something, be consistent in that as well. Hey, man, this might be a one night only type of thing, man. I don't know if I'll do this again. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Let me find out, Liquid Lizard. You in here doing applications and shit. That sounds like an old Toys R Us application. In 5 years, I plan to have my mother somewhere like Arizona where her breathing could be better. I plan on buying my brother Kelvin that tire shop we talked about. Getting Nikki whatever business she want. Buying ING and block that coupe. And I told him it's going to be green because that's my favorite color. And if I'm buying it, damn it, you taking my color. And if I ain't found that special one by then, and I'm in Vegas, and I'm the best customer for the escorts, mind your fucking business. I don't know if that answered the question. I might have drifted off, but you get it. But nah, man, just still moving. Still moving, just getting better by the day, man. Just getting better. That's what I'm going to do. LA, let's get it. You know what I mean? Alicia, if you ever visit, I will make sure they're not there. Okay? They won't be there. I'll be respectful. And that go for my homegirl Nikki too, because if they in there, Nikki bound to clothesline all them chicks, and I might have money then, but I don't want to pay for court cases and shit. Oh man, the interviews, man, like I say, you gotta block sets up majority of it. That is the man you want to reach out for if you're looking to get on there yourself. Otherwise, I'll find you. If you making enough noise, I'll find you. But the criteria is, man, hit up block. I got to put it on my page because sometimes even I don't see my messages. So my brother helps me with that. So definitely get in tune with Block Legend 7, the man who this is brought to you by. And he'll get you to me, definitely. Definitely. If I haven't found you myself, you know what I mean? But usually that's... I'm always looking. But, if you something you want to do, you want to talk with me, definitely want to holler at Block Legend 7. He'll break it down. We'll get it set up. I'll send you out the questionnaire. It's 5 questions. Make sure to answer those 5 questions before that interview, or the interview will not happen. I want to be prepared. So, yeah. And you could come on the lounge with that guy right there. I mean, he's all right. I think this guy look better, but, man, thank you, Nikki. And, man, it's the love, man. That's the love. What do I look for in an interview? You know what? A story to tell. Excuse me. I don't care if you juggle for a living. It might be something that I see. And like I say, if you're making noise, might be something that I see like, yo, what got him there? You know what I mean? And that draws me in, and then I go into him. If you got a story to tell, man, I usually don't care what you do. If I feel like you got a story to tell, man, I want to talk to you. If you didn't have those health issues and you didn't move back home, do you think you will be where you are now? You know, that's a good ass question. And I'm gonna say yes, because even before I moved back, my brother was on me, my cousin was on me, and Block had found me already. Block had found me. So I still believe I would be where I am now, just in a different state. Literally in a different state. Because now I'm not so sure if Block hadn't found me. Because like I say, my great support, man, they were on me, but man, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't getting through. It just wasn't getting through. So yeah, I think I would be. I think I would be. What? Jesus Christ. Something's wrong with you, man. You need to it's not your fault, Lizzie. No comment. Something wrong with you, man. But it's okay because it's different. See, that's what I'm saying. That Block said, what do you look for? Sometimes I look for psychotic people. They got stories to tell, right? That was politically correct, what? But yo, yeah, man. Life is good, but life is hard, and nothing worth having is easy. I'm grateful for the people that I have in my corner, man. It's gonna be some footage soon that y'all gonna get to see of us just doing the damn thing, man. We doing the damn thing. I'm gonna keep doing the damn thing. I feel good about today. I hope that shined a little light on who Fleezy is and why Fleezy's the way he is. I like to spread love, brothers and sisters. And you know, my past makes it to where here I am now. Thank you, cousin. Thank you, cousin. Man, I appreciate everybody that came through. Deja, love you more. Love you more. Like I say, here's to I don't have a glass, but here's to more. To more shows, to more life, to more everything, man. And again, like I say, this is episode 14. I hope to be talking y'all at episode 455, yo. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And of course, as always, this was brought to you by the one and only Block Legend 7. Yo, shouts out to ING Records LLC, Double M. Love you all. Shot Nikki. Deja do. Hey, I'm like, hey, dudes. I'm like your style, girl. Yeah, that's my sipping one. I don't drink like I used to. But man, I love you all, man. I'm going to get up out your ear. And like I say, living off good instinct counts. So always keep your logic. Y'all be safe. Be blessed. I love you all. See you next week.